Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and welcome to the show. It's another Infestation Roundtable. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever in the world you are. Today we have some special announcements, and we, I think, have a great show. Even though there has been no... that was loud. Even though there's been no new news in the game for the last couple of weeks, I think a lot of people have been on vacation. And so there's, maybe a lot of work going on behind the scenes, but probably not much published while people are away. But I have some news for you. And that is that we are an official reseller of Infestation now. And so, if you need any more account codes, you can get them at Marky Dragon. And along with that, we are going to do a 30-day challenge with Infestation. And the 30-day challenge is what the topic is today. So, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining. Okay. So, and just so you know, you guys who are here on the Google Hangout, if I keep muting you, it means that I'm hearing something from you. It doesn't mean you have to go away. It just means to mute yourself when you're not talking. So, okay, we got several people here, which I recognize. Let's see here. We got Jose, right? Yeah, pants on.
Yes, I do.
And we got Thorman. Hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
Very good, thank you. Yourself?
Good, good. And then we got some new people. We got Moses. Hello, Moses.
Hello.
We got John. John here. Have you been with us before? Or is this your first time?
First time.
First time. Okay, welcome. And Brandon. Hello.
Hello.
And Basil. Welcome.
Hello.
So, okay, guys. I see Ink here. He's saying that I should have done the announcement on my shift. Probably because there's sales happening now of Infestation on our site, and he's having to do work. So, okay. How many of you saw the 30-day challenge we did for EVE Online? Any of you?
Yes.
No, I
Yeah.
missed that one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's the premise. The premise is that in 30 days, how far can you progress in the game, and showing new players, what kind of experience they can have in the game. EVE Online was very challenging for the fact that it is probably the most complex MMO out there. And so that was very challenging for me. Now, and I failed at that game several times. Now, at Infestation here, I've of course been playing for a while, but some would say I still suck. You should rename me to Sir Die-A-Lot, because that's what happens. But
You don't suck, Marcus. You just play a lot and you die a lot.
yeah. Well, so I'm going to have a personal goal to really improve greatly in the game and become better at killing people. And then also I want to take as many people along for the ride that have never tried the game before, or just feel like they need they could really use a helping hand in making it better in the game. And so that is the challenge. So now, I think we're going to start this on Saturday, and everyone will be welcome to join. And in fact, I'll be on early before the show starts, adding people to the clan. That is one thing that if you're going to play with us, I request that you're in the clan, because it makes it really easy to identify you instead of shooting you on sight. Because, yes, I'll even kill Bambis.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm evil in the game. Okay, and sometime at some point during this show, I am going to give away a new account code. So I have a bunch of codes to give away, and we'll on the live streams, on the live gameplay shows, I'll be giving away several a day, and we'll give away one today. The only trick to that is that for those of you who are watching live on YouTube, the my tool for selecting winners only works with Twitch, and so you'll want to make sure that you're following me on Twitch and that that you've got that stream up there. And then you don't have to say anything in chat or anything like that. You just have to be there. And so, and I'll announce that once more before we do a drawing. So now, out of all of you here, are you all currently in the game? Are you all currently playing Infestation?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just logged out for this.
Well, no. What I meant is that you're actually playing it, not that you're
Yes.
out there killing zombies at the same time talking.
No, I am an active player.
Okay. So, think back. What was it? Think back to your first couple of days when playing the game. What was your biggest hurdle to get over? What was your biggest frustration in the game?
Invisible zombies.
Okay.
And I'm still having that.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Okay.
My personal favorite is zombies glitching through walls. And you're sneaking around and they just come up behind you and get you.
So, how have you learned to deal with that? Obviously, that's an error in the game, something they need to fix. But how is it that you currently deal with that?
You sort of just learn which spots it happens in.
Okay. So, I can see how that would be frustrating. So,
I think
go ahead.
I think for me it was just being thrown into the game, and there was no really. Well, I also started in alpha, so there was everybody had no idea what was going on. It was just we all got thrown into the game, and we were all expected to learn by ourselves. And granted, nowadays it's not as big of an issue because there is a community and a lot of people that are willing to help if you just simply get on the forums and ask. But I think that was my biggest issue, was just having no idea what I was doing when I first logged on.
Yeah, I think that's that may be resonated between everybody. That when you first get into a game, any game, that you're like, hey, I want to do this. I've seen people do this. How do I do this? So.
Well, I mean, most games have at least somewhat of a tutorial, but this game, it's open world survival, and you quite literally get thrown in the game and have to learn how to survive.
What do you think about this analogy that in reality, if we were to have some sort of apocalypse, I know it wouldn't be a zombie apocalypse, but if we were supposed to have some sort of apocalypse, who would know what to do right away anyway? I'm not making excuses for there not being this help in the game. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that's an obstacle that people need to know when they join the game.
Okay. So. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's so. So what I'm getting at here is I'm looking for things. I think. Let's see. Who is that? Brandon, is that you that got people talking in the background?
Oh yeah, sorry, just a moment.
Yeah. Mute
I'll
while
mute myself.
mute while you're not talking. So, we like eavesdropping, but what the hell? So.
You muted yourself.
Oh yeah. Oh goodness, look at that. Someone muted me. Okay, I'm unmuted again. So. Anyway, so the kind of my goal here of today is let's figure out what's needed and wanted by new players, and let's get let's start putting something together for this 30 days of play, which is not going to be 30 days continuous. It's probably going to be like Friday be day one, Saturday be day two type of thing, and then next Friday when we play again, it'll be day 3. So it's going to take a lot longer, but part of what I'm thinking is that some of the stuff, when we figure it out, what new players are having problems with, is that maybe I'll just stop and make a video right then and there on that subject that we can upload, so that people can follow along who aren't on the live shows or are not right there with us live. So that is my thoughts. What drew you to the game?
Just the zombies.
Just the
Being
zombies?
able to punch the zombies in the face with brass knuckles.
Zombies are the new vampires, by the way,
Yeah.
So
I saw the gameplay back in October, and I like.
yeah, I know that I saw some videos, and I looked at this and I said to myself, "Ooh, I want to try this." And even though the game has had a lot of issues up to now, and it still has some issues, but it's a lot better than it was. The gameplay is what hooked me. So
Yeah, it's very addictive, and that's what keeps everyone coming back, especially like the revives and stuff like that. People will pay money to revive if someone just pisses them off.
I think that part of what keeps me here is the fear, and
the risk and the reward.
Yeah, I don't get. I mean, there's not much reward. I mean, really. I mean, all you're doing is, you're killing zombies. You've got a little bit of skill progression in it, but it's not. But it's not like you get really mad loot and stuff. Except for maybe sometimes you get a great gun when you kill another player. So. Out of you guys that are here in the hangout, do you play to PvP with other players, or are you more of to where you like to just go out and kill zombies and work them?
Actually,
I am actually more of a PvP person.
Okay. John, you were saying?
Yeah, John.
said I actually run a PvE server. Me and a roommate actually went halves on it, and since the since they started renting out servers, we've actually ran one since then. And 2 of the other guys in here right now actually in the same clan. It's Clan Zert. And we do PvE on that server. We have a lot of people, almost 100 people now. And occasionally we'll jump on PvP servers and have fun on there as well.
Ants.
What's that?
We would jump on ants or making money or something like that, and just jump on. And if Bambi's trying to shoot at us with like a Kruger or something, we'll just mess with him. It's fun. It's fun. We'll be on our own PvE for the Clan Zert, right? And it's just great fun, and people should just come and just join or just check it out or just talk to him about it, and it's just good fun.
You got to be real careful when selecting those, though, because some of them are fake PvE servers. They actually create those to lure people in just to kill them.
Oh my!
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought of that, but I could totally see that.
They say PvE only, moderator
Sadly,
on, but
Mhm.
it's PvP, straight PvP.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think that a lot of us do know people who have servers, and so when I'm playing on a password protected server, then I know for the most part that it's PvE. But are you saying that you're also getting like a friend will share a password with you and then they kill you when you get on, or somebody else in game say, hey, I have a private server, hop on?
Well, they'll have an open server, and on the title of the server it says PvE only. And when people go in there, they'll ask them to join the group, and they'll lure them to a certain spot to act like they're going to help them. And instead of helping them, they kill them and take their stuff.
Right.
Yeah, that's happened to me a few times, especially on the no-kill admin controlled one.
I I think that there's not very good tools for the administrators of the servers to help control that too.
Yeah, they're pretty weak.
Yeah, yeah,
It's happened to me before.
yeah. Can't say it's happened to me, but I've been. I mean, I'm either out there full force, always PvP, out on the public servers, and that's where I typically go. Is I typically go out onto the public servers, and then and onto a private server if I'm working on gathering supplies or whatnot. So
Yeah.
yeah, do any of you play a lot without having access to a private server for farming?
Yeah, before a few weeks ago, I used to do the public servers a lot, and then a few weeks ago, I sort of moved in with a streaming group on Twitch, and we started using their private server.
Before that, though, were you able to get enough supplies and everything for going out adventuring in PvP?
Yes and no. You sort of have to rely on the group to get all the supplies together, because you have one really good killer and one good gatherer. There's going to be a divide in stuff, so not everyone can go out and PvP together.
And I know if you're by yourself, you have that high risk, high reward, or high risk, whatever reward. Especially if you're new, this would be an obstacle. You just walk in there with just a flashlight, especially at night. You're gonna get killed. If you have a gun or if you have something silenced, you have a big advantage. You won't be killed by zombies so easily, and you won't be killed by players so easily. You have a drop on them.
When I want to PvE, I'll go on low pop servers.
Yeah. Also, going on low pop servers is it's a low risk and sort of medium reward, because you still have to battle. If you start off, you're gonna start off with a flashlight. You don't have much to go on, and even if you do, get around a bunch of zombies, you still might get killed because it's just you. If you have a group, then it's different. You might have a few people going around the zombies, creating a distraction. You go in and grab the supplies you need, especially if you're a band.
Yeah.
I really think that it kind of goes with those whole server admin commands that we were talking about just earlier. It would be nice if server owners were able to ban IPs or ban accounts, because these open PvP servers that you have, you could kind of self-regulate with the hackers, and I think it would really make it where people would be a little bit more willing with the risk versus reward, because if they knew they could go on a private PvP server, they could avoid the risk of going into Smallville and getting aimbotted within the first 5 seconds.
See, there's a problem with that though, because I play and I still kind of play. It's called Combat Arms, and on there they have elite moderators that have their own servers. Whatever, you could pay money to get that sort of tag, and when you're inside the game, they could kick you. And most people do it. They just rage kick. Most people just rage kick if they don't like you, or if they don't know you, or they don't want you on the server.
Well,
they'll kick you.
And that's fine if they don't want. If they're the ones that are paying for the server, then and they don't want you just because you're better than them. Well, that's their right. But I do agree that it's not hard for them on the back end to keep track of account names and to have some sort of list or something like that of account names that they or servers or a list on an account of servers they're not allowed to join. And so you would issue the kick command, please don't come back, and then you've resolved the problem, at least with that account. If they have multiple accounts and they come back with another one, well, then rinse and repeat. But it's not. Gosh, what a great idea! It would improve gameplay and it would reduce frustration.
Also, having an elite or moderators, just regular moderators, just like players, also, or just GMs on online just patrolling would be great. It would be helpful. Or even if they had a spectate mode or something, that you could spectate somebody if you're dead or you can't be revived, or even if you're banned or something, you go on, you go watch something, you can watch what they're doing, you can see if they're no clipping, see if they're,
Okay.
being
Yeah.
just in limited sprint. They need some sort of, moderation. They need some sort of people
If-
looking at what people's doing.
Mhm.
If they did that, then it'd be way easier to catch people.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that wouldn't be so bad. That people who have a high number of bans on servers would be looked at more closely, with when it comes down to an investigation if someone is cheating or not. So, yeah, give them it'd be a benefit to Hammerpoint to do that, because it'd give them another piece of information. So.
Yeah. And I think if Hammerpoint appointed people, like just random people, and they wouldn't be in it for the money, they'd be in it for keeping the game safe, keeping the people, just happy. Even if they didn't have, even if they didn't employ them, if they're on payroll or anything, it's just like if they put you, Marcus, then they put you as a GM. If you find somebody, you just put their name down, you write their name down. They send it to Firefight, whatever, and it's your account that's putting it on, so it's high priority. Something like that.
Yeah. Well, okay, so those are things that we can suggest in the future, so let's talk a little bit more about what is for me. The game is I get in, I adventure around, I look for stuff, I play with friends, and I make as many kills as possible of other players and of zombies. Mm-hmm. And that's just kind of my MO. And I'm pretty black and white on it. I'll kill anybody that doesn't have a clan tag. So, and then gosh, I am so evil in the game. I almost hate to admit it, but I've never been evil in a game before, and that's one of the things I really enjoy about this game is it's almost like an alter ego for me. It's something that I couldn't do in real life. I could never be mean like that in real life, but
Yeah.
I can be a great asshole in game.
Well, you could, but just not legally.
Well, well, yeah. Well, I could be an asshole in real life. I just get my ass kicked afterwards.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but it's always great to have a tactician or somebody, somebody that's well, that knows their surroundings and knows where everything's at. Because once you have that one person, or you have a few people like that, you have map awareness, and you have people you can play with and you have fun with. You can have, hey, what are you doing? I'm nothing. I'm hiding. He's behind a rock. Just something dumb, or something. Just have fun in the game at the same time, killing people that you don't know, or just killing people that are just assholes. Like you, Marcus.
I know.
Come across me, you will be the end of my shotgun barrel.
That's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. I don't know if you guys saw the last. The episode hasn't appeared yet on YouTube, but the last live stream we did, I had somebody challenge me, and I went out and met them. They might even be watching right now.
Right.
But I went out and met them in town, and he pulled one hell of a move on me. All I saw was this guy flying at me with his samurai sword, and I was dead. And it was pretty sweet. So that was a lot of fun, and I don't mind dying. It's all part of the fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, well let's switch gears here just a little bit, and let me see if I got this all set up right. I have here this for those of you who are watching on Twitch. I have the list of people who are currently watching the show, and we're going to draw and give away a new account code. And for those of you watching on YouTube, click the link in the description, come over to Twitch. Hopefully you have an account and you can log in, because you got to be watching right now. You don't have to say anything, but you just got to be here, and then you'll be eligible for the drawing. So This is something, by the way, that during the live shows we're doing gameplay, probably going to be giving away an account an hour, and throughout the whole 30-day challenge. And then we will also have this account is just a bare bones account. It's a $15 account, but I have accounts with $25 worth of gold and $50 worth of gold that I'll be giving out as well. So, okay, well, I'll update this one more time, and just make sure you're following. And here we go. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Hit update one more time. There we go. Okay, rolling the dice. And Shinar, it looks like you're following. You are the winner. All right. So I'm going to write you a message here, and I'll switch back to my other screen here so that I don't give away what the code is and everything.
Right. That'd be all bad.
Wouldn't be the first time I've done that. So.
Or when you
One
gave away
code
all
between
your
60.
inventory.
Yeah. So anyway, Shinar, I'll have this code to you in a little while, and because I got to write out this message to you.
Right.
So anyway, okay. So now, are any of you here in the clan that are in the Google Hangout?
No.
No. Okay.
I would like to be, but
Okay.
no. I need to have pants when I play.
Okay.
I was, but the account that I had in there was banned.
Yes. Well. Okay.
Like when all the streamers got banned and like there's the whole ban spike of legit players got banned then.
Really. Not all of the streamers were banned. I was never banned.
Yeah, but people like Don
Yeah, but I
Brown-
wasn't cheating. I don't know. I don't have a lot of sympathy for people who get banned. I know that there is a percentage of people who get banned mistakenly, but it's hard to have sympathy for people who get banned when all of the ones that are guilty of whatever it is that they're doing cry the same thing as the innocent, and I
Yeah.
don't know. It's
There's
just-
one saying that I think it was another friend that John had, whatever, and John buys a lot of granola bars, and he told him you could get banned for just eating granola bars and running around because Firefight doesn't understand whether you're having unlimited sprint or you're,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
that could be a cause for a ban also.
Well, I think I'm going to try that one actually.
Uh-oh.
I've been collecting granola bars, and that is one thing that I wanted to test. I wanted to test how fast I could run from one corner of the map to the other.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
prepare to get banned.
Well,
It's so much.
I don't.
I ran from Castle Pine to the airport. So much better.
Mhm.
Definitely.
I think that when it comes down to it, though, especially for you, Marcus, when you're streaming and everything, you're gonna have proof of, hey, you're gonna have this all recorded. And I think that's the problem. Is I think a lot of people need to acknowledge that unless you can give them proof, you're proven guilty until because out of every claim that they get out of the day, they can't just sit there and let every person that claims that, oh, I was banned
No.
unfairly.
It's
They
very
can't let
hard.
everybody
when
go.
When it's subjective, it's very hard to tell. And so, look at it this way. I'll run with my granola bars the entire distance of the map, and if I get popped, I'll have it on video, and I'll be able to show them that video,
There you go.
but not only to get my account unbanned, but as an example of how they just need to tweak the script a little bit so that it doesn't tag people in the future for that, because it is possible, and we shouldn't really get punished for anything that the game allows us to do. So
Yeah.
okay. So what is the number one thing that you're looking forward to with the game in the future? What's the number one
California
thing you
map.
want the most? California map? Okay.
The Stronghold servers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I can't wait to see what they're like.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of cars.
Yeah, I understand we are going to have cars in California. So they've stated that they were able to make them work on the California map.
I'm a bit wary about the cars.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether or not they'll work.
Well, whether or not they work, I guess we'll find out. The issues that they had on the Colorado map was that it would lag everybody out as a car drove by. And so, maybe it had something to do with the foundation of the map, whatnot, that they were able to address. And now it'll
Also
work.
talking about the map, there was one guy I was talking to last night on another server, talking about how, like, when you're picking up things or when you have things and you drop them or whatever. Let's say you're gonna, just you drop something and just pick it right up and it falls under the map. Well, one of my friends was speculating, was saying that since they're bringing out the map pretty soon, that some of it leaked onto Colorado, and that's what's causing everything to fall under the map and cause you to go log out and log back in. And I don't know if this is true, and I wish that Cook was here, so he could address that. But I seen that like two or three roundtables ago he was on, and that's what kind of drew me to it, because I wanted to, because I find like glitches and stuff, and I don't exploit them. I just try and I even told John I record all the time. Is that okay? He's like, that's fine, And so if I do get banned or if they get banned, I have proof that what we're doing. But going on, I've lost lots of military ruts to this. I'm not trying to lose another one, but I wanna get them back or something. But I want to also show that the map is it's being tampered with, I guess, by Hammerpoint, but they don't understand what's going on, or they haven't been shown.
Yeah. No, I've run into that before.
Yeah.
And one of the things I'm really hoping, fingers crossed that this next update that they're getting everybody really hyped for is this new terrain engine that they keep teasing us. And because I think that's going to open up to a lot of the features, such as the California map, the strongholds, and everything. And everyone keeps complaining about the FPS issues. I really encourage everybody to go back and look at that terrain dev log again, because they're talking about how it's supposed to improve frame rates and everything like that. And I think what I'm hoping, fingers crossed, this next update they're going to be implementing the new terrain engine for Colorado, and that'll allow us to start looking forward to California vehicles and everything else. And hopefully it'll help with everybody's low-end computers. Hopefully you guys will finally get the frame rate that you guys have been wishing for. But I mean, like I said, that's all speculation right now. But I really, that's the thing I'm looking forward to the most, is the new terrain engine, and hopefully that will address a lot of the issues that everyone's been having, and hopefully that'll fix your items falling through the floor.
Yeah, and also looking at, I'm pretty sure everyone here has gone on the forums once or twice, and maybe if you guys haven't seen that dev diary, but there's this one picture of, like, you see the rocks and all that stuff, and I could just imagine seeing people getting falling damage on just the rocks. But that's another issue for another day.
But yeah, like with what you said about the FPS issue, I run a pretty decent computer. I get 40 to 60 FPS on every other game that I play. I used to get it on War Z and Infestation, but sort of the very last patch, I updated every driver and everything, and I sit on 8 to 12 FPS now.
Wow, and that's you're setting like low settings and everything.
That is the lowest of the low.
How can you even play at that kind of FPS? You can't.
I don't PvP much anymore.
Yeah, zombies can catch up to you.
Yeah.
Even running.
I'll be running. Zombies will be right behind me. So
The thing is with this game is that if you get bad FPS, you go slower and jump. You jump higher if you have better FPS.
That's interesting. It's disappointing to hear, and I don't have a suggestion for how to fix that other than go out and upgrade your graphics card, but
Well, my
it's not
graphics
a very
card is,
good suggestion.
my graphics card's only from last year. I've just had to overclock it to get to 25 FPS. So
And what kind of graphics card do you have?
I've got a 2 gig. Let me just bring it up.
Because I recently purchased a new graphics card, and in my research, when I was researching a graphics card, I actually found that there's a lot of cards that were being put out as new, like they were new on the market, but they were using older chips that were sometimes 2 or 3 years old, and in their design, and so there were cheaper alternatives, but the performance of them was nothing new, and so yeah. Anyway, just thinking about that, whether or not you've got the a recent card. I can tell you though that so I had a GTX 570. 2.5 gigabyte card, and that one's done pretty good. And even at the lowest settings, I was able to get good frame rates at 1920 by 1080. So and that card is two and a half or 3 years old, but it was a $400 card when I bought it. So.
Yes.
But they're
So I've got
150 now.
Yeah, must have steep pockets.
Well,
No, I've got the Radeon 6770, which is a 2 gig graphics card based on the 5700. And every other game, Black Ops 2 and Battlefield 3, it runs perfect. So
Even the 400 series works pretty good on pretty much any game, but it does have some graphical errors at some point.
yeah. Are you on a laptop by chance, Basil?
at the moment, I am. That's one of them. I've also got a standard desktop which I don't use for gaming. It's all for work.
Yeah, that would actually be part of the issue. And that card, I'm just looking at when that card was first released, and it's a couple years old. It's over 2 years old.
Yeah, it's a 2011 card.
Yeah. So okay. Well, that's just interesting to hear about that. I don't have a good suggestion for you at the moment, but. Yeah. Okay. So, anyway, okay. There's not too much more to talk about, as there hasn't been a whole lot of new stuff in the game. But anybody got any subjects that they want to get out there before we end the
I'd
show?
like to address more glitches, so people can go check them out and even put videos to show Hammer Point. Invisible zombies are back at NORAD, especially towards the helicopter area. If you go around the back, you'll be fine around the bottom. But as you get up on top, you will get invisible zombies. I know I did, and I lost 3 military rucks already. And you jump down into the barriers on the bottom, they'll still glitch up and they'll get you. Just a lot of just glitches that that haven't been resolved. The terrain also, the falling items, just weird stuff that happens.
Well, I'll see if I can get Kook on the next show, and maybe we can talk about that a little bit to find out some of the stuff behind that, as to whether or not they've stopped addressing some of these issues because they've got a replacement engine coming out, and I wouldn't fault them for not fixing these issues if they're getting close to a new engine released that's going to address these issues. So, yeah, that's my thoughts.
Everyone keep your fingers
Um,
crossed.
Yeah.
Another thing I've been noticing is that zombies can actually walk through certain things. Like sometimes they can walk through walls in certain buildings and hit you.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had it where a zombie is glitched into a tree and hit me while I'm behind the tree, and I can't hit him, but he can hit me.
Yeah, well, he has longer arms.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
And apparently they could walk underwater. And
Oh,
not
really?
be affected.
I've not
Yeah.
I've not seen that. So
Yeah, if you go by Camp Splinter and you see like the water by the river, they're
Oh,
under,
yeah.
they're down there.
yeah, I know when I kill them on the bank there, they roll down into the water.
Yeah.
So
I just thought of another thing. I was reading on the forums that they started a new animator this week, and that really excites me. And I was kind of curious to you guys. What would you look most forward to them dedicating this animator? I believe it was Johnny that mentioned it. I can't pull up the forum post right now, but they are starting a new animator. What would you guys like to see more? Would you like to see more playable character actions? Like, would you like to be able to see your character to be able to run over cars, or would you want to see more of the zombie dynamics?
Zombie dynamics.
I think the zombies animations at the moment are very basic, and if you look at the early alpha gameplay, you can see that they have their arms out and the animations are a lot better.
Yeah, even it had
I think it
crawling
was good to
zombies.
see them like that.
They had them coming through the windows and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need to get those animations out.
Personally,
See,
I'd
I'd
like
like
to
to
be
see-
able to shoot a zombie in the leg and have him crawl to me.
Yeah.
oh
The
Yeah.
animations are too basic as of right now. It's like a circle. It's like a loop. It's just you see the same animations over and over and over again. It's nothing. It's not like a zombie would actually be. It's like
I don't know if you guys remember a video that Sergey Titov posted a long time ago, before the game was even out for alpha. He was looking into the town with a sniper rifle, looking at the zombies, and he said that it's essential to look at the zombies because some of them act differently than others. Some would be really fast, some would be extra slow. He said it was essential to really pay attention to them, and I don't really see that in the game today.
yeah, I don't know if that applies currently.
See, what I'd love to see is new human animations. So like you're running through town and you army dive behind cars.
Yeah, instead of hearing oh, oh,
Yeah, or
all the time.
different sprinting, or when you, instead of third personing around a corner, you actually lean out and have a look.
Hopping over barriers and stuff would be good too. Going to
Yeah.
windows.
Yeah.
Doing
Yeah,
the
we're
full
not-
parkour around Clearview.
Yeah, we're not asking for like Battlefield stuff, just like stuff like jumping over barriers like that. We're just like animation, sort of not just the basic as we have it now. More like you shoot a zombie in the face, you maybe hit the next zombie in the back. Because as of now, if you hit a zombie in the head with a crossbow or whatever, or even just a sniper rifle, you'll maybe kill 2 or 3, but you won't kill like even the player behind the zombie or anything. You'll just hurt the player. Just some sort of animation would be good.
Well, we'll have to see what's up with them. If they've hired somebody for animations on the team, then I imagine that means we are going to have new animations coming at some point. So
Yeah, and I just found that post, and it was Russian Caliber. Sorry, I just wanted to validate what I said. So it was Russian Caliber on the 23rd, saying he started tomorrow, so he started yesterday.
Okay. Well, it'll be a little bit of time before we see any work out of them, but that's good news. So
Oh, you got a question?
yes.
I would like to see an animation of switching the guns, because it's just too fast right now.
Okay. Thor.
Yeah, so you said that you were going to do the running around. That was possibly going to be part of the challenge. You're going to do anything similar to that, where you maybe start with no weapons and see if you can survive and get yourself something to club some zombies with?
Oh yeah.
Well, I know that I can do that. I know
Right.
that it's not as fun, though.
You've got to
So-
prove it. Videos,
Oh, I gotta
or it doesn't
prove it.
happen.
I gotta prove it. Okay. Well, hey, yeah, okay, fine. I can take
Just a
that
tack
challenge.
knife, just a tack knife.
Well, even I have, in plenty of times, no, all the time I go out there with just a melee weapon. I don't take food with me or whatnot. I do that all the time, actually.
I mean,
And
as
so,
in, how about starting without even a melee weapon?
well,
As
that's a
in,
little bit more difficult.
stealth yourself to a weapon and then start attacking.
Yeah, yeah. So, you got to sneak into town and grab yourself a shovel or an oar.
Because
And
the reason why I asked that question is that is how I have been starting lately, because I haven't got any weapons. That's why when I was in the roundtable with Quack, or whatever his name was the other day, I asked if there was any chance of, maybe a starter weapon that degraded over time, because a lot of my characters have no weapons, I have no inventory, I haven't got the luxury of private servers. I get killed by what I believe to be hackers. So.
You can
Okay.
always make a new character and drop your flashlight over onto another
Yeah,
character.
but then you drop in the clan, getting the reclan, the EXP now.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'll accept that challenge, and in fact, maybe we can work up some of the best methods for,
Sneakiness.
sneaking. Okay, how to sneak
Like
better.
I said, the tactician works wonders in that situation.
Yeah.
Me, I'm a tactician and I don't really die as often. I'm usually running around with a sniper rifle or something, just something to keep my eye on everyone else.
Okay. Well, no, it sounds Thor. You probably have hit on one of the biggest frustrations for new players, and that maybe could be the area of biggest impact on figuring out how to how we can learn to survive better with nothing to start. So, yeah. Okay. I'll take that challenge. Okay, so I think that's it for today, and thank you very much for joining us on Friday and Saturday. We will be doing some live shows. You're welcome to join us, join the clan, go out and play with us, and kill everything in sight, and I'd love to have you on the team, and so take care, everybody, and we'll see you all soon.
What?